Out of chaos, life is being found in you. You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of dust. You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of us. Oh, you make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of us. You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of us.
You make me new. You are making me new. You make me new. You are making me new. Making me new.
You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of us.
Making me new.
You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of us. Oh, you make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of us. Oh, you make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of us.
Back in the 1960s, there was this atheist writer for Punch magazine by the name of Malcolm Muggeridge who was given the assignment to go interview Mother Teresa in Calcutta. He wanted to do a story on her, eventually a book on her, and she resisted for a long period of time until she was finally encouraged by some of the church leaders to go ahead and do that. And her statement to Malcolm Muggeridge, kind of when she finally conceded to do it, she said, "Well, let's make something beautiful for God." And I love that spirit. That's what we want to be as a church. We want to make something beautiful for God with our lives, individually and collectively. And I think cooperating together as the body of Christ, in the family of God, as the temple of God, with the marks that we talked about, we can do something far greater than we could ever imagine. And I want you to know this. When God looks at you, He smiles. When God looks at you, He says, "Here is my plan A. So much has been accomplished. So much more is yet to be done. I am believing in you." And so why don't we believe in the God who believed enough in us to say, "I'm going to put on deposit in your life the treasure of the gospel, and let's believe Him for miracles," okay? I am so glad that you came. Make sure and you turn to the person next to you, say, "I'm glad I got to worship with you." If we can serve you up at the front, we'd be glad to do that. God bless.